outside. And, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Vikings at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games,
that he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Tackled back at the 46-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 45. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Throwing. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields going to keep it once more. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go option to the short side. Fields hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Vikings, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
21-0 our score after one.
Vikings, nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down throw. Fields right back to Cook for another completion. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Throwing again is Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete as well.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fourth down, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Prescott. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And again, it's Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Prescott off play action. There again is Cooks, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings, nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Jones has it. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air again, Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Takes it at the 7. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On first down, it's Fields. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Fields finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
By Micah Parsons. A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They snap it to Fields. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
1st down, Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
To Brandon Cooks. A gain of 15.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
By Micah Parsons. A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Third and long. It's Fields. He's got Cook running the slant. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. A slant to Jones. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this. To the air again, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
It's 2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Prescott. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. Prescott to throw on fourth. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing on third down. Fields. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
To the air again, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Marr now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 42, Vikings 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
By Joey Bosa, a loss of 10 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. But yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. In motion left, the tight end.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
An option hit up here to Mixon.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports.
Yeah.